On today's Blazing Trail segment of Ignite Success, we have Molly Butler, who is a 3-time entrepreneur and who's doing all sorts of fabulous things in the real estate industry. Welcome, Molly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So tell us about your 3 companies.
So my first company is Remax Leading Edge. It's a real estate company. We do both commercial and residential real estate. We have 2 offices in St. Augustine, one downtown and then one on the beach. And then I have Bernoulli Growth Partners, which is a development and consulting company. We do project management for commercial real estate projects. And then my other company is Second Home, which is a vacation property management company. So I couldn't find a company that I could religiously recommend, so I started one.
Oh, that's awesome. That's wonderful. So you kind of compete with VRBO and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep.
And you've got 40 employees.
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's a lot. It keeps you very, very, and a mom.
And a mom, yes. I've got 2 great kids.
So how did you get into this industry? I know you studied science and you thought you were going to be a doctor. So.
I did.
Yes.
My kids were growing up, not really growing up, but my son was turning 2, and I've always loved real estate. My parents bought and invested in a lot of real estate, and I wanted something that I could do part-time initially so that I could be home with my kids when my son was in pre-K and my brain just doesn't stop. So I had to do something. So I got into real estate and I just quickly absolutely loved it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what advice would you have? I know you had some really good thoughts in terms of mistakes that you made and things you don't want other women to make and what have you. What advice do you have for women who are going into business or who might have their own companies?
I would say, I know for me, I made a lot of mistakes early on.
Yeah, me too. I think that's how we all learn and grow, right? Is through mistakes, right?
You just fail forward.
Right.
But I think one of the biggest things is definitely getting help. I know that I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I do try to surround myself with people who are the best at what they do. And if I don't know something, I try to go to the best person to find out. And that's just, I think one of the biggest things was definitely getting help right out of the gate, because trying to learn it on your own, if it's truly not your strength, and focusing on working in the areas of your strength and then leveraging out your weaknesses, I think is just one of the biggest things you could possibly do.
Yeah, it's very important, and I've talked about this before on the show about asking for help, and women are not great at that, and we need to get better at it.
Yes, for sure.
And you also talked about networking, which I'm a huge believer in.
Yes, all of my success truly has come from just surrounding myself and being in proximity with people who I've wanted to be like and finding good mentors, but definitely networking and meeting as many people as I can, because if I can add value to them, essentially most of the time they'll add value to me as well. So.
Well, and I think, North Florida is the most focused on networking that I've ever seen. You could literally go to a different networking event morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week.
Absolutely.
For all the different organizations.
Yes.
So, and you were also saying about mentors. So have you had a couple of mentors?
I definitely have. I've been very, very fortunate to have met some amazing, amazing business people, businesswomen, businessmen, but also just to find someone that, again, it's proximity, putting yourself in close proximity to people that you want to and aspire to be like. So for me, I've just been very, very fortunate to have amazing mentors, but also a lot of my mentors have come through just podcasts and reading too. Because if you can't find what, someone, at least read and listen to people who are doing what you want to do.
So what are some of your favorite podcasts?
Oh, I have a lot. So I love Ed Milet. I love John Maxwell.
Yes,
Big John Maxwell fan. I've read, I think, everything he's got. Oh my gosh, I love Tony Robbins. I love right now Rachel Hollis.
Yes, she's good. Yeah.
Jenna Kutcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
another one. Yeah. Do you listen to Marie Forleo?
I do not.
Oh, you'd like her too.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very good. And Brendan Bouchard is one of my favorite.
Yeah,
he's got great ones. And the HPX podcast.
Yep.
And how about books? What books would you recommend?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot.
Yeah, tell me.
So I have a couple books that I read every year. One of them is for my business. I read Ninja Selling. I bought it for actually all of our agents. And so we do some ninja selling training, but then I read Think and Grow Rich every year.
Yes, a great one. Napoleon Hill, one of the best ever. Yes.
The Habits book. I forget what it's called.
7 Habits. Not that one.
The actual Habits book.
Okay.
Yeah. the Highly Effective Habits.
Yeah.
Brenda Burchard.
Yeah. Yes.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot. I could keep going. I'm such a nerd. I love books.
Do you mean High Performance Habits?
Yes.
That's the one, which is an excellent book. And I've been to his academy. Have you been to his
have
trainings?
not.
I've been to High Performance Academy. It's wonderful.
I have
really.
the planner.
Yeah, the planner. I have the planner too. It's
Yeah,
really good.
it's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
excellent. Well, and I think it's really important for lifelong learners.
Yes.
One of the ways the most successful people, and Brandon did the research on the top 10% in the world,
Yep.
high performers, is they read, they go to workshops, they go to seminars, they're continually learning and growing. So you're mirroring that.
Yeah. Jim Quick. Have you heard of him?
No, I don't know him.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he teaches on how the brain works.
Oh, fabulous. Well, Daniel Amen, I
Yep.
read him because he's all about the brain too.
Yep.
Yes, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you have an event coming up with hot air balloons, right?
We do. So our logo, Remax, they're the hot air balloon people. So
Right.
we get to have the hot air balloon out, and we're going to be doing hot air balloon rides.
It's awesome.
I know, end of June. So we haven't finalized the date yet because we have to have a really big venue for it.
Right.
'Cause, it's a hot air balloon.
It-
So, but yes, it's going to be towards the end of June.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us, and good luck with all your ventures.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure.